Welcome into First Strike here on Sports Money. The Sports Money crew is going to bring you UFC coverage. 3 fights we're going to break down tonight. Try to give you guys some best bets to beat the books here before these lines get too crazy come fight night. However, it's fight day. In fact, it's fight morning here for the East Coast out there with UFC Shanghai. First fight about to go off around 3:45 a.m. Eastern time. But we got plenty of time to get there. Make sure you guys do smash that thumbs up button. Support the crew here. I've got MMA Jeff and Subhuman Gaucho ready to talk about a couple of big spots. We've got a curtain jerker. We've got, I think we got a really bunch of fun fights broken down here. We've got some fights for the main card as well. So MMA Jeff, how you doing?
Fantastic. I think this card looks setting up to be a banger. I'll tell you what. You think Johnny Walker's going to make it to 5 rounds in this one?
I don't think so.
I'm looking forward to it. This looks like a good card, and I'm jacked up as always.
I saw the card obviously in the headliner there, and it just made me laugh because I think one of us at one point had a Johnny Walker fight, and we just said never again will we get on a Johnny Walker side. So it'll be fun to talk about that come the live stream. We are going to go live, but we'll have a lot of fun getting there. Subhuman Gaucho, how you doing?
Great, man. It's been an awesome summer. August in particular. Still got 10 days left. So yeah, we'll try to close it out strong. There's a lot to look forward to as well. We've got a PFL tomorrow. Got one championship on Friday, road to UFC on Friday, and then get a couple hours sleep, and we'll be here for the UFC proper in Shanghai.
That is the debate. Do you go to sleep? Do you try to run it right through if you've got the stamina to sit there for 7 hours after that? And that's the hardest part. If you make the decision to run it through, well, you're going to be rolling for a good 6-7 hours after that too. It's not just good enough to get started. We got to get that cash. And that's what we do here. That's what we're here to do as well. So let's kick it off. Let's get Jeff involved here to talk about the Kavanaugh Johnson battle. Jeff, very eager to hear your breakdown and figure out how we're getting paid.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. This I'm looking at a pretty competitive fight here. We got an exciting flyweight battle, which currently sits as the feature prelim. We'll see if the card gets swapped around at all. But Johnson, 8 years older. He's got both a height and a slight reach advantage there at 3 inches. He's got a lot more ring experience, as he should at 8 years older. He's got 24 pro fights, putting him at 17-0. He was crushing cans in the LFA. He joined the UFC in 2022. He's a very, very active fighter. He's got a record of 6-5 in the UFC currently. Those 5 losses were all the solid fighters, and every single one of them was by decision. So, the guy can show he can stand and bang. He can do it all in there, especially against the tougher competition. He's got some of the best cardio I've ever seen. He's gone the distance more times than a lot of fighters, I can say. Minus the guys that lay on top of you like the Budai, who we talk about on a regular basis. He puts out good volume. He's averaging, I think, 4.5, 5 strikes a minute. So he's got the volume there, but he doesn't throw wildly. He throws, tactically. He's got good technique. He manages to get fights finished by both KO and submission. If you look back at his stats, I think he's a well-rounded fighter. He's got a tough competition here against Kavanaugh, who is 26. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's 2-0 in the UFC. He's earned his contract in the Dana White Contender Series 3 fights ago with a round 1 victory by KO, which happened to be just about last year. I think it was August of 2024. Since then, he's got back-to-back UNAM decisions in the UFC, one of them against undefeated at the time, Ochoa, and then he came back and got a unanimous decision win against Dos Santos. This kid's a great prospect for the UFC. He's got a lot of potential. He's exactly what the UFC wants. He's a dynamic fighter. He can do it all. He's extremely quick. He's powerful. He's a great striker. Like Johnson, he's got the proven cardio as well. Again, he's gone to decision numerous times. He's shown great takedown defense. He's got the ability to grapple if he does get it to the ground or if it goes to the ground. You see on the screen there, takedown defense 100%. The guy's a beast. If he does get this down to the ground, or if he has to get this down to the ground, and he ends up on top, he's going to force the top pressure and look for some ground and pound. I'm excited for this one. We got 2 solid fighters that make for a pretty good matchup for each other. The matchmakers, I think, did us a favor on this one. I see both fighters keeping this on the feet until no one's really going to shoot a takedown attempt, in my opinion, until somebody gets rocked. Based on the previous results, with the toughness of these fighters, I don't know if that's going to happen. They're both great, tough fighters. Neither of them have been finished. I see this fight going the distance with Kavanaugh coming out on top in this one. I'm going to roll with Kavanaugh by decision at minus 120. Mike is going to bring us to the Sumudaerji Borjas fight. Mike, I'm excited about this one. I got my take. Let me hear yours.
Sumudaerji Borjas, this has got, I think, the potential to be the fight of the night. This has certainly got the opportunity for violence. Kind of a unique spot, though, because frankly, when you break the type down, you look at these guys, they're not really wrestlers. And so I think like the agreement here has to be, let's just go out there and beat up on each other. And that's what we've seen quite a bit when it comes to the Borjas fights. The way that he kind of approaches himself. He's powerful. He's got the explosive knuckles that can put anybody down. And he likes to press forward. I mean, the guy kind of does that zombie style, right? He just kind of goes out there and he's got them heavy hands and he's constantly moving. And he's a faster fighter too, I believe, all around when it comes down to the breakdown for this thing. He moves quickly. He counters pretty quickly, albeit though, I think when you look on the other side of things and you see what Sumudaerji can do out there, one of two things are going to happen out there here. He's going to agree to go stand and bang, or he's going to try to be a little bit more of the tactical technician side of things that I think he certainly is capable of doing. Recent performance, he had a split decision win. He was staring down the barrel of an 0-3 going into that thing. So the Tibetan Eagle, maybe a little desperate. I think that brings some potential. Well, I think that's going to be his vulnerability and where he falls down in this case. The reason being with those heavy hands in Borjas, powerful fighter looking to get win number 2 since coming in from the Dana White Contender Series. You look at the numbers, you see that, well, he takes a lot of beating. And it's not going to be any more pretty for him in this fight because ultimately where the situation looks like is he's a little bit shorter. His arms aren't quite as long. And the only way for him to get inside is to ultimately eat some leather. So that being said, I think if he does eat a little bit of leather and things get a little out of control, he is, I guess, technically the better wrestler. Although if you look at his UFC career, he's never shot in a takedown. So does he try to go out there and figure it out? I don't know. He did drop Josh Van, though, with that powerful hand. All that did is make Van mad. He got back up and he pieced him up. So we'll see if he can put that power to use here. But this is a great price tag when it comes down to it. And we've got Kevin Borjas. Little guys, powerful hands. And if this does go to the mat, that's where Sumudaerji's been busted up. I think 6 of his 7 losses came by that submission threat because he just doesn't have any skill there. So expect this to be fireworks. Expect there to be blood. Expect the visibility to be, I think this, again, fight of the night potential. So we'll see how it gets done, but I'm going to the window with Borjas. I've got a plus 150 ticket in my pocket. I think this is going to move by the time we get to fight night. So plan accordingly, get ready, and let's get set to hear Subhuman giving us the curtain jerker. We love these curtain jerkers, Sub. How you getting paid?
Great stuff, gentlemen. It's a fun pair of flyweight fights. Energy, my boy, but I do think Loney gets it done. And Mike and I independently find our way to Borjas, which you'll love to hear there. Speaking of fun fights, this is a curtain jerker that I do expect will be a pretty fun watch. If you ever watched Iran Sadi Baldiev fight, guy is a super, super aggressive, fun fighter. Carries some decent power in his hands. Very tough. He's going to come after it right from the opening bell. But boy, this guy is he's pretty sloppy. You know, he will come in the taller, longer fighter here, but this guy is there to get hit all the time. And he's free to, kind of one of those guys that will free flow and take one to give one. On the other side, Dr. Nurgaje is one of these guys that I think a lot of people in the market kind of, I don't know, you get like a post-traumatic episode from some people when you mention his name. He comes in last time as a minus 400 favorite versus Bretson Ribeiro. Comes in overweight. It's like 5 or 6 pounds and pretty ugly fight. Definitely his worst performance of his career. That said, he's still like winning some minutes and whatnot. Ends up on top and is submitted in a really ugly looking Kimura where it looked like he just kind of gave up. I don't know what was going on in that fight, but Dr. Nurgaje's got some real skills. I think he's the far better grappler here. Seta Bildiev, he's got some good judo and his wrestling's not terrible, decent ground and pound. But when you start to really look into the fundamentals of his grappling, it's ugly. This guy just doesn't have very good jiu-jitsu. So I think if he gets on top, it'll be a problem for Nurgajet. But then on the other hand, I think if Nurgajet gets on top, Seta Bildiev is going to be in a world of hurt here. And when it comes to the feet, Seta Bildiev, he carries some power, but like I said, this guy is just kind of out there to go to war and sling leather. Not a whole lot of process to his game. And, this works against some lower level fighters. To his credit, Seta Bildiev, he does have some regional championships on his record. Open fighting champion, defended once there before moving to the LFA. LFA, it's an organization that it's close to my heart. I like it quite a bit. There's great fighters that come out of there, but he really didn't have a very impressive resume coming out of the LFA when you really look at the strength of schedule. His last fight there versus Leon Suarez, he's getting absolutely lit up on the feet, and in particular by the kicks. He's knocked down with the leg kick, gets knocked down with the head kick. Suarez landing big shots on him, hurting him with jabs and hooks. And I rate DR Nurgajet quite a bit better than Suarez here. So for me, I think this is a massive, massive overreaction here. You got a guy in Nurgajet who was minus 400 last time. And, as of a couple days ago, he was like plus, 150. I think he could even get like a plus 160 on him. That line is crashing, and I'm going to be on it here. I'm pretty big on the plus 124 DR Nurgajet. If anything, I think this line should be flipped. I think DR should probably be, coming in at about a minus 150, and the market's got this one all mixed up. So give me the Kazakhstani, and let's get paid.
Great job, fellas. Let's get paid indeed. It's going to be a lot of fun as we get ready for this UFC Shanghai live stream. Get the bets ready to go. Get everything lined up for a fun morning of betting before the sun comes up here on the East Coast. MMA Jeff, good job. Tell them what's going on and where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me over at XMMAJeff19. You can also find me over at Winnable, MMAJeff19. I'm going to throw a couple of early plays out there for this UFC card, so keep an eye out for those. And you can see me over at Sports Money Network. I'm a regular.
Sounds good. Subhuman Gaucho. Let's see if we can get paid. Big stuff going on for you this weekend. Tell them what's going on, where they can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course, around here, keep a lookout. I might even have some soccer action, so I'll try to record some videos or whatnot, but otherwise I'll find a way to get it to everybody. And check in on Twitter and betmma.tips, Subhuman Gaucho. And I'll have an awful lot of action. I already have a lot of action on the UFC. I will have some road stuff once we get domestics opening more lines, and of course the PFL. I got a fair bit over there too. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a big end of the week. I was going to say weekend, but yeah, we're starting tomorrow night. It's going to be big.
Get ready, get set. It's a great weekend for combat. Thank you guys all for checking us out. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Turn the notifications on so you don't miss the action when we drop it here on Sports Money. And, of course, leave a comment. Tell us who your favorite fight of the night is. We look forward to those comments. We love talking about them live together. And we can all root each other on independently. So have a great night. Thank you guys all for watching, and we'll be back real soon. Take care.